This is my Doctor Who Season 19 review. Once again, if you want to watch all the other season reviews, you can click up in the corner. My older ones aren't great, but I've done my best. I'll start from the start, which is obviously CASTROVALVA. It had a pre-title sequence which was a bit odd. It's the first time it's really happened in the classic series, unless you count Sharda, but obviously that wasn't aired and that was all... I don't know how much of that was structured as it was meant to be structured. The whole story feels like it was written for Season 18 as opposed to Season 19. It was obvious that the Portreeve was going to end up being the Master. Overall the story was alright. I suppose it was good, but you know, whatever. For Doomsday, it's not nearly as good as I remembered it to be. I used to think this was one of my little guilty pleasures in a way, but after re-watching it, it's like, what even is this? The cliffhangers were really, really naff. Tegan is so selfish throughout the whole thing, and all the stuff in space was so cringy. I just feel like the Doctor getting to the TARDIS, going through space, using a cricket ball to give him the momentum to go. I feel like, I mean, I'm not a genius at physics or whatever. I don't think a cricket ball being hit against that ship would have the momentum to throw him back towards the TARDIS, because that ship is surely going to have more of a gravitational pull than a fucking little police box. So yeah, it's not nearly as good as I remembered it to be, which is a shame, but you know, whatever. Then we got into Kinder. I was really looking forward to Kinder. I've never actually watched it before, well, before this. It's meant to be one of those stories that's really, really good out of this season, I think. It's meant to be one of the standout stories, but I didn't feel like it was. It was good, but it wasn't amazing. I think it was probably along the same lines as maybe The Invasion. I think The Invasion is one of those where it is a really good story, but it does drag a lot. It does have its moments, and it is very overrated for some fucking reason. So Kinder is another one of those, I think. I thought all the creepy and dark scenes were done really well. The villain was great in the Mara, the whole snake thing. It just wasn't as good as I expected it to be, personally. The Visitation. This is another story that I've never watched before, and I was really impressed by it. I'd probably put this probably higher than Kinder. I loved that fight in the woods at the start. It was, of course, the final appearance of the Sonic Screwdriver in the classic series.
I feel as though you've just killed an old friend.
And I really like how they explained the Great Fire of London. Black Orchid. This is the final historical story ever. We haven't had a pure historical since then. I'm glad it wasn't dragged out to 4 episodes, and it was actually quite sad, to be honest. The way you've got this guy who is so... I don't really want to say in love because it's a bit stalky, but he cares about that woman that looks like Nissa so much that... Actually no, he doesn't fucking care about her, does he? Because he was going to chuck her off that roof. Forget that. No, I did think it was quite sad. Earthshock. This is a story I've been really, really looking forward to rewatching. I loved all the references to Adric's stories, you know, Full Circle, the rest of them. And obviously the Cybermen stories were referenced a bit as well. Obviously you saw clips of the 10th Planet, the Tomb of the Cybermen, Revenge of the Cybermen. I think that's it. I'd have loved to see the Cybermen reveal live. The way it was all filmed in a studio meant that there was no leaks or anything like that. Not that there was many leaks back in the 1980s, but you see my point. I thought Davison's performance was absolutely stellar, especially towards the end when they find out Adric's dead. It was strange to have no music over the credits. I know it was meant to be this whole sad thing, you know, Adric's dead, he's sacrificed himself for everyone else basically, but I still don't fucking like him. He drives me mental, so I was more excited when he died as opposed to upset. And then we get Time Flight. Time Flight is one of those stories, it's another one of those stories where I remember really liking it the first time I watched it, and now I come to watch it now and it's not nearly as good. I thought when the Doctor said,
He wouldn't want us to mourn unnecessarily.
I thought that was a really, really bad line. It was completely out of character for the 5th Doctor. I thought the reference to Unit and the Brigadier was great. It was the first time they'd actually been referenced, I think, since Terror of the Zygons. I loved how Khalid turned out to be the Master. I know he's turned out as a kind of meme sort of thing now, but I like it. And I liked how they ended the season on a cliffhanger of they've left Tegan behind. I know she ends up coming back next season, but it was a good cliffhanger for the time, I think. But I hope you enjoyed the review, season in a nutshell. Let me know what you thought of season 19 down below. I thought season 19 was 10 times better than season 18 was. Season 18 had the odd good story, but this one, it was pretty consistent. The Fifth Doctor, I am already starting to warm to him. He's a very good Doctor. He's probably up there with John Pertwee and Tom Baker, to be honest. But yeah, so hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to my channel. I really want to get up to 500 subscribers. 500 subscribers. But yeah, so like I said, thanks for watching, and I will see you for season 20, I suppose. Where am I? You're inside the realm of the Mara. Who are you? You can find that out yourself. I want your body in the real world. No. Then I will duplicate you. Make 1,000,000 of you. Drive you mental. No!